On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And today is draft day, Singy. An exciting day in terms of the future of the sport and the future of these teams.
Boog, what's changed in baseball is that draft picks are going to get to the big leagues a lot sooner. They're going to be tracked every step of the way, and they're going to be expected to have an impact. So for teams, they have to get it right because there's nowhere to hide in terms of what did you do with the information, who did you select, and how have you brought them through your system.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And taking the ball for Seattle, Logan Gilbert. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. And he beats it. He's safe.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball, a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Next offering is down low. Ball one. Florial aboard here at first with nobody out. And today is draft day, Singing an exciting day in terms of the future of the sport and the future of these teams. It's also changed a lot in terms of the immediacy of finding out. I mean, what was it? Carrier pigeon was how you found out about being drafted back when you were selected, right?
Well, fans today may not realize because we have, such exposure on the internet and network sports and everything else. You find out right away. But when I was drafted back in 1993, I maybe found out, later in the day. I was drafted in the morning that I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants. So regardless, I think the feeling is the same. No matter whether you find out right away or you find out a day later, you're just so excited to have been drafted by a professional baseball team and have the opportunity to pursue your dream.
Aaron Judge watches that one for a strike. Standing in here with one down. Foul ball. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Two gone now.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And there's something you don't see very much in today's game, the pitch out. 2-0. Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. Anthony Rizzo circles the bases. His 19th home run of the year. The Yankees score first. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Giancarlo Stanton now at the plate.
The right fielder,
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, inning over. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And it's 2-zip. Bottom of the first. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Davy Garcia. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Bottom of the first, Andrew Benintendi steps up. 0-1. The wind of the pitch. And there's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One gone here.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Now the number 2 hitter, J.P. Crawford. And fouled off. One down, base is empty. Now 1-1. The 1-1.
I got 2-1 the count.
Swings through that.
2-2 the count.
Righty delivers. Tapped up the first base side. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, the left fielder, Jesse Winker.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jesse Winker. Had the day off yesterday. In there, and it's 0-1. And that one missing low. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Throw on to Rizzo, and Winker is set down. And that ends the inning. Nobody left for Seattle. They trail it here 2-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, and here's the catcher, Rob Brantley.
Leading off for the Yankees, the catcher, Rob.
The wind of the pitch. This one is smashed down the right field line. Way back there. Fair and gone. That was a moonshot. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Next to hit, DJ LeMahieu. 4 for 12 in the series so far.
The second baseman.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 0-1. And he pumps it a strike.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
And down on strikes he goes. And there's one down. And now the shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
The shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. The 0-2.
That's a ball.
Oh, 0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Here's a 1-2.
Ball, that's inside.
Stays alive. 2-2 now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Anthony Volpe.
Swing and a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's Estevan Florial. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Counts 1-0.
And here it comes. Line drive. Base hit as he pulls up short. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Back-to-back singles. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now at the plate, Oswaldo Cabrera. And first offering is fouled off. Volpe, the lead runner at second. Florial on at first with 2 down. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
And 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Oh, and now a wild pitch. But no advance from the runners. The pitch. Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. His 19th home run of the year, and they add on. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Logan Gilbert out of the game, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. New pitcher for the Mariners, Chad Kuhl. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 41, Chad Kuhl.
And the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. Up the middle, Moore picks it up in plenty of time to first. That's the 3rd out. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Bottom half of inning number 2. This is Kyle Lewis.
Leading up for the Mariners,
and the pitch.
the center fielder.
There's the strike.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Righty to the plate. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Kicks and deals. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Ty France.
So digging in, Ty France. Just 2 for 11 in the series so far. In the air, out towards left center. Cabrera puts it away, and there's 2 away.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Tyler.
Here's the catcher,
Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And that is that. Mariners go down quietly there. Still up against a 6-0 deficit.
We're gonna rock you next inning, don't worry.
All set for the start of the inning. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Right-handed reliever. And it's even up. Line drive caught.
Now batting, right fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. First offering misses the mark. Stanton, a guy capable of hitting it a long way.
Oh, you can tell how comfortable he is. Look at that front foot on the line as he is close to the plate. But he can be very quick to a pitch that is down and in.
Next one misses. 2-1. And another ball. He's a guy that's changed his stance over time. It's been a little more open, straight up, and now more. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Giancarlo Stanton goes deep. Home run number 15 on the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
One out, base is empty. Rob Brantley stepping in now for the Yankees.
the catcher.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the 1-0. This one lifted in the air, left field. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees.
2 outs, base is empty.
The second baseman.
And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. And it's 1-1. The wind of the pitch. So now 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Got him. And that is that. Giancarlo Stanton flexing that big-time power swing. It's now 7-0. Raimel Tapia up to hit. Really thriving with the bat this season here at home.
The right
And pitch in for a strike. 1-1.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Batting eighth, the third baseman.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Abraham Toro. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the righty deals. On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Dylan Moore up next for the Mariners. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. In there, and it's 0-1. And he deals. Just missed. Toro leads off first with 1 away. And a pitch. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Out number 2.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Squirts away a little bit, and the runner stays where he is. The pitch. And a count 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Fly ball down the line. Full extension, makes the catch.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the boys fired up in the dugout.
Back in Seattle, on to the 4th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Trey Sweeney.
The shortstop, Trey.
And a foul ball. Cool, a guy that features an absolute power slider, throws that pitch a lot. He throws it hard and gets a ton of swings and misses. And the right-hander deals. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
And I think being able to expand with that pitch as you start to offer at it that he can move it just a little bit further away. Before you know it, you're trying to hit a pitch that's off the plate.
Left-hand batter waits. Stays alive. And a pitch. And now it's 3-2. Kicks and fires. Out towards left center. Lewis. He ranges to his right. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Now batting.
So man aboard. Stepping in, Anthony Volpe. In there for strike 1. Man at second.
Get out of here, Yankees.
On the ground to the left. Crawford gloves it. Fires over to first. There to beat him by an eyelash. And next for New York, Esteban Florial.
Esteban Florial.
In the air out towards right center. Puts the squeeze on it. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Oswaldo Cabrera. Swing and a pop-up. Moore settles underneath it. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Yankees, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. And welcome back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
The
The
shortstop,
pitch.
J.P.
That one's in there.
Crawford.
And that is strike 1. And the pitch. That's in there. And that is strike 2. Righty delivers. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. And gone. His second of the year, and they inch closer. It's 7-1.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he
Up
did.
next for Seattle,
And now
The
it's
left
going to be
fielder.
Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next one is off the plate, and that's ball 1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Popped in the air, left field. Cabrera makes the play, and there's one away.
The batter,
Here's the center fielder, Kyle Lewis.
Lewis.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back, turning, looking, and that one is gone. His 11th of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 7-2.
Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And here's the first baseman, Ty France.
The first baseman, number 23, Ty France.
And that one fouled off. Here comes a pitch. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Taps softly to the right side. LeMahieu handles the chance, sends it to first. 2 away.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough, got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Stevenson.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Stevenson up next for the Mariners. That one's in there, 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there in the mound.
Out front and foul to the left side. The wind of the pitch. Got him looking. That ends the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's 7-2. Back here at the ballpark, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton.
Leading off.
And leading it off, Aaron
The
Judge.
center fielder, number 99.
Cool, back to
Aaron.
work. That one missing inside. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Phil Bickford up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. They say you win.
I got to count 1 and 2.
The wind to kick the pitch. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to France. Judge out on the play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's off the wall. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Here's Stanton now. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Runner at second here, one gone. And there's the strike.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. At the belt and fires. It's softly on the ground left side. And he grabs it foul. And here it comes. Stays alive. Rizzo leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Tapia puts the squeeze on that one. Runner tagging for third. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Rob Brantley.
And up next for New York, Rob Brantley. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Runner at third, 2 away. The next offering misses. 1-2 the count. Right-hander kicks, deals. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Cool. Down to first with it. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mariners 2. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Raimel Tapia.
For the Mariners,
the right-hander back to work.
Rival.
That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Tapia.
The wind of the pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. And it gets by him. And he'll pull into second safely. So a man aboard. And up next for Seattle, Abraham Toro. And he's already singled in this game. In there for strike 1. Up the middle. Throw on to Rizzo. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Good fade and sinking action to that changeup. Got that hitter to roll
Now
over.
back, second baseman, Dylan Moore.
Here's Dylan Moore. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
That's a base hit. Tapia around third. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in the play.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a simple soft liner in the center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it. And that allowed him to fight it off and just get it up behind him. You can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Next offering is in for a strike. Pitch. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And out of here. He got just enough of that one, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-5. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
One down. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
Number 3, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And that's in there for strike one.
0-1.
Kicks and deals. To the right side. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
0-2 as he waves at that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
These guys are relentless. Just until the bell sounds, they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
New pitcher on here, Ethan Small, trying to protect this lead.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Digging in, Kyle Lewis swings through that one. 0-1. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Whips it across, and the inning is over. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 7-5. Back at T-Mobile Park, top of the 6th inning. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And he deals. And that's in for a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And the 0-1. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Trey Sweeney stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. Liner, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Volpe in the box now. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Toro tossed to second on the first double play.
Now batting, designated hitter, Esteban Florio.
In now is the Yankees DH, Esteban Florio. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Tapped out in front of the plate. On to France, and that will end the inning. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mariners 5. Back in Seattle, and now the catcher comes up to him, Tyler Stevenson.
Leading up for the Mariners, the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
Now the 0-1. Fought off foul. And a pitch. That's inside. And that is ball 1. And now the lefty. Foul ball there. The pitch. Got him. 1 up, 1 down.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And now for Seattle, Raimel Tapia. On the ground to third. And a couple of quick outs.
Now that the third baseman,
Abraham Toro up next for the Mariners. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And a pitch. Sliced down the right side. The 0-2. Stays alive. Right through there. Got it. And that is that. Mariners are down in order. They're down 2. 7-5. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Casey Sadler, and he'll do his best to keep this close. Osvaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees.
Leading off for the left fielder, Osvaldo Cabrera.
The pitch. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's 1 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
That one ripped. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Activity in the bullpen. Phil Bickford getting loose out there. Now this one's crushed down the line. Looking, foul ball.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
Right-handed reliever. And that one Wrapped foul. 1-2 now. The punch out there. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So the Yanks go in order. They lead it 7-5. Welcome back, bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Dylan Moore.
Leading up for the Mariners, the second baseman, Dylan.
And the pitch. Here's a strike. Pitch. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Volpe moving under this one. One down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Benintendi to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, a good breaking ball like that can buckle the hitter, and by the time you realize it's going to be in the strike zone, it's too late to pull the trigger.
And that one is lifted in the air. And Benintendi is out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate. J.P. Crawford on the ground, right side. LeMahieu gets it to first. That is the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. And they're down 7-5. And welcome back. And now the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Sadler back to work.
Giancarlo.
Strike 1.
0-1 for count.
Pitch misses outside. 1-1. And the right-hander deals. That just misses. And it's 2-1.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
And there's a ball.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Base hit, left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Brantley stands in now, looks at that one inside. Stanton on at first, nobody out. And he hits a ground ball right side and a base hit. Kept it close though, no error on the bobble, and runners hold at first and second. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
Insurance.
no matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
The next pitch misses, and now 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-0. Called strike right there.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That misses, and that's ball 3.
He's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And that's ball 4.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
And now here is Trey Sweeney.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
And that one in the air center field. Lewis settles under it and makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 8-5.
Well, these guys understand how important each run is, especially as you get closer to the end of the ball game. Nice job right there to get that runner in from third and add a little insurance.
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Phil Bickford. It's his job to keep his team in the game. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Next offering is in for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
So the batting order turns over at the plate. Esteban Florial. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Cabrera in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a broken bat roller towards third. Picks it up with a bare hand. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees 9 and the Mariners 5. Clay Holmes taking over on the mound. He's been so good against lefties.
Number 35, Clay Holmes.
Back here at the ballpark, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for Seattle, Jesse Winker.
For the Mariners, no left fielder.
There's the strike.
0-1 the count.
Winker.
And there's the strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. A wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Lewis. That one's in there, 0-1. Righty to the plate. That one drilled left field, just inside the line, and it's down for a knock. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
So up next, Ty France.
Now batting, first baseman, Ty.
That one hammered center field back there. Turning, looking, and that one is gone. Ty France goes deep. His 9th homer of the year. It's 9-7.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Tyler Stevenson up next for the Mariners.
Now batting, catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
First pitch, and he just misses. Righty delivers. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they cut into the lead. It's 9-8.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
One down.
Number 15.
Now it's the right fielder, Raimel Tapia. 1 for 3. Aroldis Chapman comes in to take over. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Well, I think that what makes him so tough against left-handers is he hides the ball for a long time. And from that same side, harder for you to determine which part of the plate it's going to end up on.
First offering misses the mark. Next offering is fouled back. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swings and misses. 1 and 2. And a ball evens the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Chapman now 1-run game. Stays alive. 2-2 now. Pulls that one foul.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Down the third baseman, Abraham Toro. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. The tying run at the plate.
That's a ball.
Good eye right there.
Look out, 1-1.
Ball to strike. Late with the swing there.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Next pitch is popped up. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And the home team down a run. Back at T-Mobile Park, we go to the 9th. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Aaron Judge.
The center fielder, number 99.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Here comes a pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Way back. turning, looking, and that one is gone. Aaron Judge blasts one out the opposite way. His 14th of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 10-8. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs, that's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to.
Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He's already homered in this game.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Next pitch is popped up. And they take care of Stanton for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Rob Brandon.
Bounced up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Goes to second. Safe there.
Now batting.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. The other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. So first and second with 2 outs. And now Trey Sweeney. And that's in there for strike 1. And this is inside. Two outs.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Don't let him score!
Fouled off. He was late. Rizzo, the lead runner, out at second. Brantley at first. 2 out of the inning. And that one moves his feet. And the pitch. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Left field. Winker makes the catch, and that'll do it. Solo shot from Aaron Judge for the Yanks. And it's now a 10-8 ball game. Welcome back. Now it's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. Chapman back to work. Good eye right there. The pitch. And a strike in there.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way.
Now
but that time, a little anxious.
Andrew Benintendi.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. He's already homered here in this one. In there for strike one. Left-hand hitter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. A little bloop single. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That ball right there landed in what they call a no-man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up. For a guy that's been swinging the bat, well, all game long, that was a pretty ugly swing right there. I'm sure he'll tighten it up on this next pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And now two gone.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with two strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit.
Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
And this one ends the final 10-8. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 10 runs, 17 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Mariners, 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Our paid attendance at T-Mobile Park this afternoon, 47,715. The Mariners thank you for your patronage and remind you to please
Mm-hmm.